And we are back. Welcome to another episode of Before You Buy. That show where we brave the elements, the bugs, and the absolute insanity of game development to give you some straight-up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest titles. Today, we are putting on our heavy coats, grabbing a case of warm beer, and stepping out into the snow. We are talking about the long-awaited, the mythical, the terrifying, My Winter Car. Now, if you are a fan of the channel or just a fan of suffering simulators, you know about My Summer Car. It is a cult classic. It is a game that hates you. It is a game about building a Datsun in the middle of rural Finland in the 90s while trying not to die of dehydration, hunger, or a bee sting. It has been updated for nearly a decade. It is a masterpiece of jank. And now the sequel, or rather the spiritual successor, is finally on the horizon. But before you rush to Steam to throw your money at the screen, you need to stop. You need to listen. Because this is not My Summer Car 2.0. At least not yet. This is a Before You Buy special because, honestly, this might be a wait before you buy for 90% of you. We are going to break down exactly what the developer, ToplessGun, has confirmed, what is broken, what is missing, and why you might want to play this on Permadeath mode just to feel something. This is My Winter Car. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first. We need to talk about the state of this game. Usually when a developer says early access, it can mean anything. Sometimes it means the game is basically done, but they want to test servers. Sometimes it means it's an alpha build. In the case of My Winter Car, the developer has been brutally, refreshingly honest. He has confirmed that this game is coming out in a state that is, well, let's call it raw. If My Summer Car is a well-oiled, albeit leaking machine, after 10 years of updates, My Winter Car is currently a pile of parts on the garage floor. The developer, Topless, has explicitly stated that the game is incomplete. It is buggy. It is missing massive chunks of content. This isn't a marketing ploy. This is a warning. There is a philosophy here that I actually respect. Topless wants to prioritize fixing the game before adding the fun stuff. The roadmap is, release it, fix the game-breaking crashes, stabilize the engine, and then and only then start adding the fluff. So, if you are expecting a seamless experience where you hop into your new project car, tune the carburetor perfectly, and go win a rally championship on day one, you are in for a very, very cold awakening. You need to adjust your expectations. Do not compare the amount of content in My Winter Car right now to the amount of content in My Summer Car today. Compare it to My Summer Car when it first launched in 2016. It's bare bones, it's hostile, and it's probably going to crash. Let's talk about the star of the show. In the first game, we had the Satsuma. In My Winter Car, we have the chorus. Now, building the car is the heart of these games. It's bolt by bolt. You need to know your ratchet sizes, you need to know how an internal combustion engine works. But right now, in this early access build, the experience is limited. First off, the parts catalog. If you go to the shop hoping to deck out your ride with fuzzy dice, subwoofers, and leopard print seat covers, you're going to be disappointed. The catalog is incomplete. There are missing interior items. There are missing models in the shop shelves. You might buy something and it just isn't there visually in the store before you buy it. And let's talk about customization. You want to paint your chorus a sick custom color? You want to import a texture to make it look like a rally legend? Too bad. The custom paint feature for the chorus isn't implemented yet. You also can't paint certain specific body parts. So get used to driving a car that looks like a patchwork quilt of rust and primer, but it gets deeper. The simulation aspects, the things that make us nerds love this game, are also in a beta state. Topless has admitted that some of the engine tuning values haven't been fully tested. Think about that for a second. In a game where turning a screw 1 degree too far to the left can cause your piston to shoot through the hood and kill you, the tuning values are not fully tested. That is terrifying. That is Russian roulette with a wrench. You might do everything right according to the manual, and the car might still run like garbage because the math behind the scenes isn't finalized. So you build the car, hopefully. You get it running, maybe. What do you do next? Well, usually you go to the inspection shop to get it road legal. This was the ultimate boss fight in my summer car. The inspector was ruthless. In my winter car, the historic inspection feature is currently broken. It doesn't work correctly. You might pass when you should fail, or fail when you should pass. The criteria aren't calibrated. So, the satisfaction of getting that license plate? It's arguably not there yet. Okay, you say. Screw the law, I'm going to go racing. It's winter, there's snow, there's ice. Rallying on a frozen lake sounds amazing, right? Well, you can do it. You can drive fast. You can risk your life. But if you win, nothing. There are currently no rewards for winning the ice rally. You are risking your beloved, barely functioning car for absolutely zero in-game currency. No trophy. No money. Just the adrenaline and the cold, hard realization that you wasted your gas. And speaking of gas and death, let's talk about dying. You are going to die in this game. You'll slip on ice, you'll freeze to death, you'll crash. In the previous game, the newspaper clipping after you died was legendary. It told you exactly how you messed up. Currently, the post-death statistics in my winter car are inaccurate. It might say you died of thirst when you actually got hit by a truck. It's a small detail, but it shows just how work in progress this build is. One of the things that makes these games special is the atmosphere, the immersion. But right now, the immersion has some cracks in it. Audio is a huge part of the experience. The grunting, the cursing, the engine noises. Right now, there are missing voice lines. The developer deemed them non-critical, so they just aren't there. You might find yourself in a situation where your character should be screaming in pain or frustration, and there is just silence. An awkward, wintry silence. Then there is the music. One of the best features of my summer car was importing your own CDs to listen to on the car radio. You could blast Eurobeat while drifting down a dirt road. In my winter car, the CD import feature is reportedly buggy. It might work, it might not. It might crash the game. So, you might be stuck listening to the wind howling outside your window. And speaking of visuals, there is no intro, there is no ending, there is no story setup. You just spawn in. The texture work is also unfinished. You know that bright pink and black checkerboard texture that game engines use when a texture is missing? Yeah, you might see that. You won't see it everywhere, but don't be surprised if a random object or a part of the map looks like a corrupted chessboard. Also, crashes. And I don't mean car crashes, I mean desktop crashes. There is a specific known issue where the game likes to crash randomly when you are near the front door of the PSK, the shop. Just walking near the door can send you back to your Windows desktop. Topless knows about it. He's working on it. But for now, it's a trap. A literal crash-to-desktop trap built into the map. Now, here is something really interesting for the veterans. The connection between the two games. People have been asking for years. Will my save from my summer car carry over? The answer is yes, sort of. There is a system in place where my winter car can read your my summer car save file. It works by copying the file over. However, it only works when you create a new game in my winter car. You can't update it mid-playthrough. We don't know exactly what transfers yet. Maybe your money? Maybe the state of your old car? Maybe just some lore references regarding how miserable your life was in the summer? But the fact that the architecture is there is really cool. It implies a continuous timeline of suffering for our protagonist. But because there is no real end game right now, no story conclusion, no final credits, the developer has actually recommended playing on Permadeath mode. Why? Because currently the only ending available is death. If you play on normal mode, you just respawn and deal with the bugs again. If you play on Permadeath, the game has stakes. It feels closer to the intended survival spirit. It turns the bugs into lethal threats. That crash near the shop door? In Permadeath, that's not just a bug. It's a cosmic event ending your timeline. I want to take a moment to highlight the biggest positive here. In an industry where developers constantly overpromise and underdeliver, where we get cinematic trailers for games that don't exist, ToplessGun is a breath of fresh air. He isn't hiding the flaws. He isn't trying to sell you a beta as a finished product. He is telling you point blank, this is broken. Import music might fail. The inspection doesn't work. There are no achievements. There is no intro. He has a clear plan. Fix the code first. Content comes second. This is the Minecraft alpha model. This is the Kerbal space program model. It is ugly, but it works. If you buy into this early access, you are buying into the development process. You are paying to be a tester. You are paying to report that the suspension on the chorus collapses if you look at it wrong. He has even said that the release is imminent. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. But he believes the game is ready enough for the hardcore fans to start breaking it, so he can start fixing it. So, before you buy my winter car, you need to ask yourself who you are. Are you a casual gamer who saw a funny clip of my summer car on TikTok and thought it looked goofy? Do you want a chill mechanic simulator where you fix cars and drive around a pretty snowy landscape? Do not buy this game. Not yet. It will frustrate you. It will crash on you. The lack of tutorials, the broken inspection, and the missing textures will make you refund it in under 2 hours. However, are you a veteran? Did you spend 300 hours building the Satsuma? Do you have the firing order of a 4-cylinder engine tattooed on your brain? Do you find a strange masochistic joy in spending 3 hours driving a septic truck, only to flip it into a ditch and lose all your progress? Do you want to support ToplessGun and watch this project grow from a broken mess into a masterpiece over the next 5 or 6 years? If that is you, then this is exactly what you have been waiting for. My winter car is not a game right now. It is a construction site. It is cold, it is dangerous, and nothing works the way it's supposed to. And for the target audience of this franchise, that sounds like heaven. The content isn't there yet. Do not compare it to the current state of my summer car. Compare it to the potential. The winter physics, the new car, the new setting. The foundation is being poured. Endgame is death. The rally pays you nothing. The shop door crashes your PC. And yet, I know for a fact that the second this buy button goes live on Steam, thousands of you are going to click it. And I'll be right there with you. My advice? If you buy it, play Permadeath. Embrace the chaos, report the bugs, and bring a warm coat because it's going to be a long, cold winter of development. But hey, that's just my opinion. I give you the info, you make the call. So now I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Are you brave enough to jump into my winter car on day 1? Or are you going to wait a year or 2 for the heating to turn on? And let me know, did you ever actually finish the Satsuma in the first game? If you like this video and appreciate us warning you about the inevitable crashes, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And if you're new here, hitting subscribe is the best way to get our videos first, assuming our PCs don't crash near the PSK door. Thanks for watching, drive safe, or don't, it's winter. And we'll see you guys next time.